obviously, I think one of the most iconic ones you did was Mac Miller back in 2018. I think that's got like over 100 million views at this point. Like, so what was kind of the experience being a part of that and like looking back on it and having that memory with, obviously the late Mac Miller?
In the moment, it felt pretty regular. He was a very kind individual. And, we were already in rehearsals for like the hotel cafe shows and stuff. And then also, he was becoming a good friend. I had gone out to his house a few times and kicked it and made beats and did all sorts of stuff. So, once it got to Tiny Desk, it just felt like, I already knew Steven Thundercat, so it just felt like a big kind of family thing. I mean, everybody in the band I had already gigged with a lot over the years. So everybody was super familiar. And I think that's really the energy people feel on there.
Yeah, definitely shown.
Yeah, it wasn't like a bunch of hired guns playing for, a rapper. It was like we had all built a very special rapport as a team. And even with the hotel cafe shows, for people who attended, it was a very special kind of one of a kind moment that you could have with an artist like Mac, and it took all of our kind of energy, for that to become the moment that it did, there was a lot of excitement about going on tour and all the stuff that was kind of coming up for him. And especially too with, that album being a new president in his musical journey, it kind of has set a new standard.
Divine Feminine, or was that?
That's Swimming.
Okay.
So, it was him notching it up another notch in terms of the product as well. So it was great. It was great being a part of that and like seeing how all these pieces were coming together. And then again, we were very early to rappers doing Tiny Desk. And not to toot our own horn, but we still have kind of been one of the best to do it in terms of the musicality we brought. And I think too, that's off the back of the fact that he just started with great songs and he gave us an opportunity to kind of put our own paintbrushes on the canvas when it came to performing. And so, I think a lot of artists sometimes struggle with working with a live band when they're more rappers or something else, because they're looking for, obviously there are definable elements of a song and they're looking for those elements. And so it puts the band in a position where we have to be pretty rigid as to not cause too much confusion. But because he was so deeply invested to the creative process of his own, he also understood how to take these songs that were recorded and amp them up some. So it was a great experience to be a part of, to watch as an artist, to learn, and then as a friend to just see him freaking, be great. So.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment. It was certainly a moment. I don't think they've quite had a moment like that since maybe recently with obviously the Juvenile one that went pretty crazy.
Yeah, it went pretty crazy, for sure.